Have you ever wondered what it'd be like to have your sense of reality distorted into a form that you could not comprehend? Well, me neither. Hi, my name is Jonathan, professional bum. I like making films and plushies. Please help, I have way too many of them.
Good news. We can finally be.
Film is my passion and is what I want to pursue when I grow up, so obviously I make them. Since school just finished, I thought, wouldn't it be the best time right now to make a channel talking about the behind the scenes to some of my films? I personally haven't seen any other film channels do this, so this idea seems pretty original. Until it's not. This series of film logs will be about my journey making my previous films and the plans for any future films, while also talking about the mistakes I have made to help you all better yourselves as filmmakers. And that is if anyone watches these. Additionally, I wanted to make this channel also about my start as being a prop maker, and that was originally supposed to be the first video. But procrastination, what can you do about it? If you want an unspoiled first viewing, I would suggest going into the description and watching the film first before moving on with the video. There will be two versions, one by me and one by my friend Austin. The one by Austin is the one we decided to submit to competitions. So enough waiting, let's talk about the making of my current magnum opus, Lost in Death and Reality. This film first started because my friend Austin had an idea most ingenious. What if we f***ed around with some camera settings? That eventually led us into thinking about LiDAR, which if you don't know is basically visualizing an area through the use of light. From that, he then purchased an app that allows you to record using LiDAR, which we thought was awesome. We played around with the features in it and settled on one that used colors measured through depth, which is not what we initially wanted. We wanted the one where it sent out center-like dots, but it worked and we couldn't find the one we were looking for. After having the base idea for what we wanted to do, we then thought of what we wanted to do with it. I personally wanted to go for an anomalous, almost SCP-like film with entities trying to kill you, which is what we stuck with as seen in the film. The only entity we really took inspiration from was SCP-173 in the second area, and others were just thought of when we were thinking about how to progress the story. The location scouting was more interesting though. I had to brainstorm some of the locations. The first location is Austin's bedroom and was the easiest to film first. I played the anomaly in the scene while Austin was the POV camera. I played the camera guy for the rest of the film, but we switched here because I played the anomaly perfectly for what we wanted. The second location is the film studio in my school and was the second hardest to shoot and was shot last because of trying to get my other friend Wyatt out of class and into that studio, having enough time to practice the scene, and finally getting the shot we wanted. We didn't get it in that class period, so we just came after school to finish it. The third location was just a road with a sidewalk close to my house that was drivable. The anomalies were played by Austin and my two other friends, Wyatt and Peyton. Me getting put into the trunk was actually improvised and not thought of beforehand. It was supposed to be me running away from the anomalies and getting cornered, where they punched me, transitioning into the forest. But we thought the trunk was funnier and easier to do. Oh, and by the way, the transition shot from the studio onto the road had me walking semi on the road because I was on an empty parking spot, and the shot was supposed to be me pretending to almost walk onto the road when there was a car passing by and turning around when I heard the car behind me. However, the driver in the car actually thought I was about to walk onto the road and genuinely gave me a honk, and my reaction there was real. Oh, and by the way, don't try any of this at home, I'm just a dumbass. The final scene of the forest was the hardest to film due to the fact that it wasn't as big of an area as we thought it was. It looked good in the film because of the filter and the glitchy effect of it, but if the filter comes off, it is actually a super small area, so it's more like we were stressing about it not being as good as it could be, but it came out fine in the end. Usually we'd have a script too, but can't really have a script when the entire film is silent. We were also required to make a shot list and treatment for the project, but they were basically the same thing because it only consisted of 4 really long shots, and we just copy and pasted the synopsis into the shot description. Putting the footage together was also incredibly simple because whenever the entire screen went blue, we would make that the end of that shot, or in the case of me leaving the studio onto the road, it's basically just a whip pan splicing of footage. Oh, and pro tip to other filmmakers, always do a test run of the film somewhere before actually shooting the final film. I always keep forgetting to do that, and even if I wanted to, it was too hard trying to get everyone together when school was still in session. Also, I'm incredibly lazy. One thing that me and Austin suck at doing is pre-production because we have the ideas in our head, but executing it is complicated because we may have conflicting thoughts. I know storyboards are a thing, but 1, we're lazy, and 2, we can't accurately draw what we want to convey. Communication is also pretty poor, like I barely inform any of my friends on what we're filming. I just ask them like, hey, are you free to film? And they're like, yeah, okay, great, without informing them on like the basis of the idea. I'll dive into more of that in another film log. During post-production, there wasn't much difficulty. I just edited however I saw it. My version does have some issues that I wanted to fix before finishing it that I was going to fix. But then Austin didn't like what I edited and wanted to re-edit the whole thing, and at that point I was kind of like meh on the project because we've been doing it for so long. So I just let him edit his version and use it for the final submission. But I mean, hey, we won in our district school competition in the experimental category and got a medal out of it, and was showcased at the Florida Film Festival. So at least we think. We never really got back on that, even though they asked us to, and we gave them the film. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the film. There might be other things that I want to mention, but I don't remember all of it because it was filmed months ago. Hope you guys found this video interesting and learned some stuff about the behind the scenes for small filmmakers like us. This is mainly just a test video on how I want to format this, so this video itself is not perfect either. You guys enjoy yourselves, and remember, I'm filming this at 1:39 a.m. right now. I am tired.